Another week, another dollar. Today we're taking a look at the upcoming week. What is going on? We've got the SPY, we've got the QQQ, all selling off, and well, we're looking for some opportunity this week. If you guys haven't already tuned in to the morning live streams, I'm not going to tell you that you should, but I think you should. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we'll be live here on the channel, and we'll be trading options, trading futures on the overall market, and looking for an opportunity to make some money. But first, let's get prepared for the market this week, and let's see what's going on with the charts. You might be wondering, what do I do during my free time? Well, sometimes I like to go and swim with sharks. Here's some footage from the other day swimming with sharks here in Hawaii. It's all about, enjoying life here, getting out there and, well, living, baby. And there's nothing more like living than swimming with sharks. You can see how close these sharks, these are coming up right to where the fisheye was with the GoPro. I mean, literally just coming up and trying to figure out what was going on with that camera. And I was a little like, oh, they're getting pretty close here, but pretty wild, pretty cool experience to go out there with those top predators in the ocean and, swim around with them and basically be at their mercy. I mean, they easily could have just started pulling, but they decided that they did not look like I was food, and well, they were going to just cruise around. So pretty wild to swim with sharks here in Hawaii and enjoying life. Not a bad way to spend the weekend. All right, so the first chart that we're pulling up here is the SPY. You can see the SPY selling off there on Friday, a massive sell-off on Thursday and Friday combined. And what's so interesting is kind of how this all played out. You can see on Thursday to Friday, we dropped about almost 5% there, 4.7%, about 5% drop. But what's interesting is that we actually popped up here to this 450 level on Thursday and then sold off massively Thursday and Friday. You can see all that volume coming in there, the volume down here at the bottom, the SPY selling off. Where is the next support on the SPY? Is the SPY going to bounce? What is going to happen? Now, obviously, we have a million questions and a million, ideas, but the problem is we don't really know what's going to happen until the market opens. But looking at the chart here, I think it's pretty clear to see that we have support here at the 410 to 413 level on the SPY. So that would still put us from here, put us down around another 3% to bounce off of that 410 level there on the SPY. If you look on the bigger picture here, where we are in terms of support. Also new with Interactive Brokers, they have a new app called the Global Trader app. They have obviously the Trader Workstation, they have their really advanced app, but the new Global Trader app is going to be a little bit easier to use, a little simplified, ease of use, being able to use it and buy stocks, options, and things like that. Check them out. Global Trader, I'll put a link down below for Interactive Brokers, and well, you guys can learn more about it. This is a broker that I'm using every day for trading options. So we kind of bounced there. I mean, that's really not even like solid support. I would say solid support would be more, down here and maybe like 408, even 400 flat there. You can see back in 2021 bouncing there twice off of that 407, almost maybe going even lower there. You can see like the low on that candle being 404. So really, we don't have a ton of support until maybe, I guess, 415 to this level here, 410. Kind of being a little bit of support there recently, but if you look back on the chart, kind of where we were in terms of support, it wouldn't really be until maybe 404 or 400 flats. So there's a very good chance that the SPY could sell even further down, touch that $400 level this week, depending on what comes out, what kind of news, what's going to happen. But obviously we have that local support there at that 415 level being that next area of support. So from 426 down to about 416, 415. You're looking at about a 3% move to the downside here. I just don't see how there's a possibility that the market just kind of rallies back from here, especially how aggressive the selling was there on Friday. So we're going to be overall pretty bearish on the overall market, and especially looking for opportunities to short if we get any pops. What's interesting is, like I said, you had this big kind of, I would say, kind of support kind of bouncing there, and then almost like a breakout. A lot of people got faked out here because you have this, I saw a couple YouTubers posting about, hey, the market's bullish now, we're going higher. And well, look how interesting that is. So breaking out to the upside here, but then just getting smashed back down. So really interesting price action. And I think, with all of this selling, I mean, you have an engulfing bearish candle, you have engulfing bearish candle twice in a row. There is just no possibility this thing just magically bounces back up to that 450 level, I believe, by the end of the month. I'm thinking, like I said, that we're going to retest this level here, 415, and then $400 being the next support there on the SPY. So definitely staying a lot more bearish than bullish in terms of what we're looking at for trades. So finally here, looking at the QQQ, you can see the overall NASDAQ kind of very similar, not the same pop to the upside, but overall kind of following the trend with the SPY and selling off. You can see Thursday, Friday, it had about almost a 7% drop there from Thursday to Friday on the QQQ. The next support would be the 320 area for the NASDAQ, basically for the QQQs here. And then after that, I mean, it's pretty much, looking like 300 flat, which is interesting because 320 on the Qs, 300 on the Qs for support, and then on the SPY, you got 420 as support, and then you've got that $400 area as support. So kind of a good idea to kind of keep an eye on these key areas, 320 and then $300 flat on the QQQ, following that overall trend, very similar to the SPY right now. The overall market just kind of in shambles, and it'll be a very interesting week. I'm interested to see what kind of price action we're going to get. Are we going to just magically get a bounce? Is the Fed going to step in and just buy? We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. Obviously, the market's not going to go straight down, so I don't just expect, straight down to the downside, although Thursday and Friday, I mean, it was pretty much, looking here at the chart on the Qs, I mean, it was pretty much straight down all day Thursday and Friday. What's funny is you can see on, Tuesday, Wednesday, we chopped around. I mean, Monday chopped around, and then finally just getting stuck there and getting slammed down. So definitely keeping an overall very bearish thesis, but we'll look for opportunities if we have it. If we get an upside break, if we get an overall move to the upside and the market's strong, it's trying to bounce back, well, then we'll look for opportunity. But in general, I feel like we're going to be overall very bearish on the overall markets and looking for opportunity in the stocks. So there it is, kind of the overall breakdown right now. I'm going to be very bearish. We had Thursday, we had Friday, very bearish days. Just really no buyers stepping in. I mean, it was just nonstop selling on Thursday and Friday. So, I would expect Monday to kind of keep that same momentum before we get a bounce, if we're going to get a bounce, or we just keep selling. And those key areas to watch, I think the $400 area on the SPY and the $300 area on the Qs will be very telling to see how low we can go from there. So if you guys haven't already, do me one of my favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.